Hi, Patches again here. We're still in our series talking about the different things, the different skills. Chapter 1, communication, I could say, that actually conductors need to actually, communicate better. The last part we had worked on eye contact and body language. We had also talked about subtle indications of tempo and character and stuff. Today we're going to talk about articulation and tempo. Again, tempo comes back again because we conductors need to have a strict sense of rhythm. We need to actually understand that music starts with the beginning. And if we fail to communicate in the beginning, there is a more or less something lost in the process. So, starting with tempo, again, you need to feel the beat in your heart. And you need to isolate yourself from what the public or the mood is around, because there are moments you feel that your heart is beating. Let me tell you a story. I once went back to my alma mater. Alma mater means a school in which you were actually raised. So to make a little concert for the students there on the piano. And when I went to the priests, because that was the regent of the school, like the director, the rector at the time, I was there and he welcomed me and I drank some coffee there. And what happened now is when I played the piano, when I actually played the piece during practice, my piece was 16 minutes long. When I played it in the concert, it was 12 minutes long. You guess how quick it was. Very, very quick. To the next, and actually, you cannot actually have enough time to appreciate the music. And what I mean by that is this. And when I was on stage, by the way, I was thinking the music was very slow. I wanted to even play quicker. So what do I mean by that? It depends on how your heart beats. There is another example that might help you understand tempo, because this is a big question for so many people. When you go, like for instance, when you've come from sports or when you are afraid, time actually goes very slowly. You notice that, for instance, if someone calls you, I had a friend who did that, and when he was coming from workout, he noticed that his alarm was slower because actually his heart beating quicker makes things go slower, look slower. They actually are not. A second for someone who has a high amount of adrenaline is longer than usual. So you feel like, oh, I can do so much in a day's time, right? Well, in actual terms, when your heart is at normal speed, the alarm sounds quicker. So if the heart is excited, if you are afraid, or if you're nervous, or if you are pumped with adrenaline, you are very tempted to play quicker, to sing quicker, to conduct quicker. And it happened to me so many times. I could come up with some singers after the song, and they could tell me, "Patches, that was very quick." There are even times me and the singer are so hyped that we actually can go anywhere with any speed. It happened actually last year in a Christmas carols concert. There is a song that we did. It was just an amazing performance. It was very quick. I was noticing it, but everybody was giving you back the adrenaline you're giving them. So how to go about this? If you know your heart is beating quickly, if you know people are expecting you to perform, and if you feel the adrenaline coming or the heart beating crazy, play twice slower. Think slower. Think slower. Go slower. Because if the tempo is not comfortable for the singers to sing in, they will get eventually tired. They will give a bad performance. They will not be comfortable with it. Some of them might really not want to sing. Some of them might stiffen up their voices. They might get tired. So tempo is important on the second part. So make sure when you think the song must go to you. That's how in normal time it must go. But because your heart is pumped, actually when thinking in reality, with your heart beating like that, it sounds like tin tin ta 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 ta. So what do? Think like Dun, 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 dun. In reality, it's going to sound normal. Dun, 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 dun. Because your heart is beating fast. Yeah, I'm doing this because a friend recently asked me that question. He was nervous, and when he's nervous, he sings, or, no, or maybe plays quicker. And that is true. That is true. There are moments. There are moments like those, and they are unavoidable in a performance. But think slower, start slower, and build up. That is the best way to go around that. Second is articulation. There are people who are confused by articulation, especially when I'm talking about Randy's people, because literature and music is always mixed. Articulation doesn't have anything to do with words. Actually, it has more to do with music than words. So there are basic articulations: legato, legato, staccato, da 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 da, pa 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 pa, etc. And there could be no non-legato, something that doesn't really have shape. Dun, 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 with no sense of. But you make sure that legato is really indicated in your hands. You see a difference in back on. You could use some things like this. You could use something like this. And staccato is different from an accent. You need to know that. But sometimes choir could be grumpy with staccatos. They think staccato is no, it's if in a normal way notes are supposed to be pam 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 pararam pam pam. I'm just giving an example. In staccato they will be the same but shorter. Pam 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 pam. Not pam 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 pam. Pumped like that. So this is some kind of confusion that is actually in lots of local choirs, and I just want to make it clear with you. So hope you have enjoyed this video. Auf Wiedersehen.